All right. Test.
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 So Threads just launched this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Meta. So Meta, of course, owns it's the Facebook and Instagram company. So it's an Instagram Twitter, basically is what it is. So it's the Instagram version of Twitter. So it's a micro blogging thing.
Mm-hmm.
The three of us today got our own account. We have the
We
show
sure
account,
did.
as Nick mentioned as well, so you can find convincing idiots out there. And I played around with it a little bit there, very similar to Twitter. So obviously Zuckerberg is trying to compete with Twitter. Twitter's got a lot of flack lately for this, that, and the other. There are some differences between Threads and Twitter. I think you could put more characters out there, like 500 characters per blog, if I'm not mistaken, for Threads.
Longer videos as well, I believe.
I think that's correct.
3 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that.
Because of size queen, so this is good.
Yeah. So it launched. Yeah. So it's a post with the ability to add individual or carousel photos and videos. Post will include content from
video?
you could put more than one, I think.
The picture on a plastic animal
okay.
that goes around in a circle.
Yeah. Come on.
Get with the fucking program.
All right. Post will include content.
Dick pics. Sorry.
Post will include content from account users that the users follow, as well as from creators suggested by the platform's recommendation algorithm. Viewers can engage by liking, commenting, reposting, including quoting a post and sharing to their Instagram story or feeds. That's an interesting feature as well. You can go back and forth between Instagram and Threads. Threads joining a growing list of platforms such as Blue Sky and Spill, which I never heard of Spill, as well as older competitors like Mastodon, trying to challenge Twitter's dominance in the microblogging sphere. Let's see. It had millions of users immediately. It was like 5 million, something super fast. Yeah, so this is getting into our Ask an Idiot question of the week here, guys. So it's just Threads in general. So I guess it's a few discussion points, really. So do we need another microblogging thing to compete with Twitter?
Yes.
Do you like the potential changes, that Threads offers versus Twitter? Do you think, even though we have accounts, do you believe you're going to find yourself on Threads checking it out as much as Twitter, or are you just looking to shift away from Twitter entirely? Is there just too much of this stuff in general? I don't know. So, Nick, what do you think initially here? You got the first Threads account and set ours up. What do you think?
Yeah. So it's like, for anyone that has not yet been on, it is insanely similar to Twitter.
Yes.
Like every
Early
function,
Twitter too.
The layout, everything is. You will not be lost in the slightest. If you use Twitter, it's identical. Whether or not I will find myself going there more often kind of depends on who ends up there. If the masses end up, I use Twitter for a source of news, primarily hockey and basketball, but all other entertainment news and things like that, and different political things and news sites and things. It's my personal feed of all the shit I care about. So if the majority of what I follow tends to use this, then I will be happy to switch over to Threads instead. One of the things that I really like is Instagram is, of all the apps, I'm on Instagram hands down the most. I'm scrolling, spending the probably 90% of my social media time on Instagram.
Pictures of me
as well. So the fact that it's linked up to that, I really like. That was another thing that I really liked. I didn't have to start from scratch and go and find, who do I want to, what teams, what insiders, what news sources. Everything I already follow on Instagram, you can just stream it right over. Import everyone you follow from Instagram. And if they're on Threads, if they have a Threads account already, you're going to follow them, all that stuff. So that is fucking brilliant, and it's awesome. So But so far, I really like it. I mean, ever since, a lot of people, as you kind of mentioned there, ever since Elon Musk took over Twitter, there's been a lot of people looking to break away from Twitter, but it's like this weird thing that people are so integrated with Twitter, and they're so
Nick,
deep in the hole.
Have you noticed a difference in your
hard.
Twitter since he took it over?
I have not. No.
Okay.
I have not. No. I don't think so.
Brian,
other than some of the I don't dig into the comments a lot, but when I do, I don't know. I'm seeing more. Things aren't reported like the. You know what I mean? Like you can get away with saying a lot worse shit. It's a lot more hateful shit, so it gives way to a lot of the trolls and then the horrible things that people can say.
I've seen a lot of right-wing stuff.
Yeah,
a lot more than I used to.
Yeah. So but on the whole, so far I've been on Threads for less than 24 hours. So far it's cool. It's still the fun, exciting part. People are getting on there. You're seeing people that you used to follow on this social media or that social media, and even some people that I just followed on Instagram, but not necessarily on Twitter. Now I'm seeing, that side of their social media presence and stuff. So it's really cool. I like the way it's set up. I like the way it goes hand in hand with Instagram. I know some people are weird about Meta and Facebook and Zuckerberg and all that stuff, but like I said, I call it what you will. I've always spent the majority of my time on Instagram, so the fact that it's married to that makes everything really easy for me. And so far, time that I've spent on it, and even today alone, I've seen tons of the people that I follow get on it today. So it seems like it might actually have some speed. People were trying to get on Mastodon for a while, and then it was like it just wasn't ready. It wasn't.
Mastodon was a weird setup.
Yeah, I never even downloaded it because every feedback I heard from anybody I followed was just like, "This isn't gonna work."
And you get an account, and then you have to choose what thread to go into. So it's like a big picture, and then you have all these little Twitters.
Yeah,
and you can go into this almost like a chat room type thing, and then you got to move over here. Yeah, I think I spent less than a day, and I deleted it. It was dumb.
Yeah. So far, first impressions are pretty good for me.
Okay. Dean, what do you think about all this?
Well, everything dies, right? All of these platforms, people
not
move
Facebook.
Someday, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny
MySpace
because
was there.
Facebook has Facebook is, I would say, the largest. When you take into account time spent on it, time at prominence, users on it, Facebook has been the mecca of all of social media. It certainly has dwindled, but you see, everyone has Facebook, but only certain subsections of culture use Facebook. You know what I mean? It's certainly more it's almost closer to LinkedIn at this point than it is to, something like Twitter where people are actively sharing information. A lot of people still do, but you definitely see younger people, a lot of younger people don't use Facebook, or if they have a Facebook, they're not necessarily using it like they are, Snapchat or TikTok or things like that. So like you said, everything kind of has its day in the sun.
Everything. Yeah. So Twitter will die. Will this be what kills it and people move to this? I don't know. Like Nick said, it's very similar. It's so far I've seen it's easy to use. It is giving me the one thing I missed about original Twitter compared to this since Elon Musk started, is that with this, you get to see people you actually follow. When Elon bought it, my feed is just a bunch of random people that I've never seen before. It's just it's taking an algorithm of people that I do follow and showing me the other people
because there's change to the For You tab and You Follow tab. But it automatically puts on For You, which is the algorithm deciding what it wants you to see.
Correct.
But you have to click over to
and
people I follow to see what I've actually signed up to see in the first place.
So since I signed up for Threads, I've seen people that have followed on Twitter for years, and now I get to see their stuff, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian, first impressions, you've been on there for about 4 hours now. How are you liking it?
Yeah, like you said, I don't get on Twitter. I've been on there a little bit more lately, I think. And there are definitely interesting posts and commentary and all this. But just like any social media, there's going to be some good stuff and garbage, and wacky stuff, whatever. Just really depends what you want to look for. If it's not something you want, just keep moving. But like you say, definitely has a very similar feel to Twitter. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to say at this point that is it going to replace it? Is it better? I don't know. I mean, there's only so much time as well. I think if someone's out there trying to promote stuff, I would say that people might be inclined to, it's another platform I got to try to put stuff out there on and try to capture this audience or that audience, whatever. But I just don't know if the average person is going to spend a whole lot of time jumping from one to the. That's maybe where I see it going. Maybe somebody. I've been on Twitter a while. I'm going to try a whole new environment and gravitate more toward Threads for a while. And maybe they get tired of that and go back and forth. I don't know. Do you think all these are going to survive? You kind of mentioned it already. Do you think all these are going to survive, or is it inevitable, like you say, that some of these just have
everything will go by the way of MySpace sooner or later?
MySpace would come back.
The real play is whoever can develop the app that sends you cross-platform, that takes your TikTok, your Snapchat, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Threads, your all that.
There
stuff.
Was one.
Your Reddit, your everything. Discord puts it all together, and whatever you want to put out there, and whatever way you can, it disperses it across all platforms.
Twitter had a version of that early on. It was, what the hell was it?
Yeah, there was a time when I would tweet something, and if it had a picture, it would go to Instagram as well. It would go because I had it linked up to. It was through Twitter, but it would go to Facebook and Instagram. Yeah.
Yep. You can link all of them up to it. Can't remember what the name of it is now, but yeah, you're right, Nick. If you develop that app that can talk to all those other apps and work out seamlessly, you've got something there.
Yep.
All right. Well, sorry.
I was just going to say that I want to be able to have one posted where I can post it on Instagram and Facebook and then still get my my weekly dose of convincing idiots brought to me on my feed. I want my cake and eat it too, Brian. That's what I want.
Of course. That's right. Everybody, Gen X Brian with Millennial Nick and Zennial Dean. We need more people besides Nick's mom watching us. Give us a like and subscribe.